So what's up, guys? GotDave here, and I was talking to this guy up in the canyon that I know that bought the 350 version of this bike, and he was telling me, he goes, oh yeah, he goes, this one problem, he goes, that I've been reading about, like on the forums and stuff, like for guys, like when they start getting up there in the miles, and I'm not sure exactly how many hours you're supposed to replace it at, but I mean, I'm sure it says so in the book, but it's the gear for the oil pump is plastic, and he's like, yeah, you know, it's only good for so many hours, and then they recommend that you put in a new plastic oil pump gear because it'll start getting worn out, and if it gets worn to the point where it actually like breaks a tooth off and it's not spinning in there properly, or it stops spinning and you don't have oil pressure, then you're screwed, you know. And then the oil light will come on, and if you're and if you're smart, you will stop riding your bike because you know it doesn't have oil pressure, and you'll fry it without that, and you have to, like, whatever, call AAA or call your buddy with a pickup truck or a trailer or something and get a tow back home, because you cannot even like run the engine without oil in there, you know, without oil pressure going on. So he's like, yeah, you know, just keep an eye on the miles or the hours or whatever, and he's like, look in your book and see what it says. He's like, because it might be different for the 500 than it is for the 350, but he goes, a lot of the guys are talking about, like, they get up there in hours and they have to put in a new oil pump gear. And he goes, you know, I'm thinking about just doing, like, he goes, they sell a metal gear set that you just put in a metal oil pump gear, and then it solves that problem. But I kind of wanted to talk about that just for a second. Like, usually when a manufacturer puts a plastic part in there, okay, they want that part to get worn out rather than whatever the other side is, you know, like whatever that other gear is in the engine, it's obviously like too difficult to replace or something, or too expensive to replace. So that's why they made that gear plastic, okay? That honestly, that all the times that I have ever seen, like from an engineering standpoint, you know, when they make a bike or something, if they put a part in an engine that gets worn out in a certain amount of hours, and it's kind of like pretty quick type of thing, like the way you're thinking about it, and there's like companies that are like, oh yeah, get rid of that plastic oil pump gear and put in a metal oil pump gear, then it won't get worn out. And it's like, yeah, but then it's going to put wear on whatever else, like the other gear that is driving that gear. And obviously the manufacturer wanted the one to wear out and not the other. So that's just something to think about. I mean, let me know in the comment section what you think about that theory, but that is honestly what I think, is anytime the manufacturer does something like that, makes a replaceable item that is going to wear out quicker than anything else in the engine, so to speak, that's why. It is because they want it to take the wear instead of the other part, you know. Maybe the other side is actually like part of the cam or part of the crank or something like that, that it's like it would cost you freaking like $3,000 to fix it. Well, there's that sandy spot, you know. So it's like the company is actually doing you a favor, saving you a lot of money by just being like, yeah, just every once in a while you pull off the side of your engine, and I think you have to like take the clutch out of there, and it's right behind that, and you swap out that gear. Like I always say, leave me a comment, you know, let me know what you think about that. If you think I'm wrong, especially if you think I'm wrong, let me know, you know. But that is honestly what I think, is sometimes, like, if they offer a metal gear set to replace that plastic one, it might not be a good idea, because it just might cost you more in the future, in the long run. So I will talk to you later. Have a great day, and I will see you soon. Peace.